You can only been there once. We didn't get to be one of them. The thing that's in something. Well, I'll hang this one for a while now.
I know it is a lot of work.
No, mine is proper. You look really great for me. I know.
There's somewhere. Pretty sure. Too much.
I know. Yeah. Tell me more.
No.
Yeah.
So just informed me that anything
It's lunch.
Even right now, I should like stick my head in the camera.
No, no, mine
We'll get rid of that.
My goodness.
I mean, everybody.
Oh, I see.
Just ask the congregation to rise.
You may be seated.
Wasn't sure if he was a double kind of guy or black. So I knew it was going to be 50-50, whether I got it right or wrong. So I went with the double. So my apologies if that's not the correct. It was, oh, hey. My friends, it is said that a life well lived is a life that is well loved. And that family is the key to a happy life, and pie is the symbol of that happiness. Which, just saying, I saw a whole bunch of pie way back in the tea room, so you just want to keep that in mind. Finally, coffee teaches us life lessons, like the importance of taking one sip at a time and pausing every now and then to reflect on life. My name is the Reverend Dr. Teresa Charlton. Sometimes I'm the minister at Knox Presbyterian Church on the other side of town off of Alexis Park Drive, if you can manage to get through all the construction to find my parking lot lady. Not that I'm bitter or, resentful about that, but I'm not here today to preach at you. I'm not even here to sort of, in some sneaky way, try to convince you should come to church tomorrow morning. I'm here today because I hope that something I might say or some line of music you might hear, as the family has chosen quite a bit today, something in the atmosphere or in the conversation amongst friends may bring you some comfort and a smile, because I know that this is a difficult day. A short reading before we hear a little bit from Mr. Cash. Few people have the skills that woodworkers have, to build things with their hands. Few people have the patience and the knowledge and the determination and the obsession to build furniture, to build homes, to carve as they do. So whatever workshop it is that you find your life, spend time in that workshop. Relax and reflect. Plan and create. And whatever it is that you make, the results will be appreciated for the generations to come. The family has selected Walk the Line.
I keep a close watch on this heart of mine. I keep my eyes wide open all the time. I keep the ends out for the tide that finds. Because you're mine, I walk the line. I find it very, very easy to be true. I find myself alone when each day is through. Yes, I'll admit that I'm a fool for you. Because you're mine, I walk the line. As sure as night is dark and day is light, I keep you on my mind both day and night. And happiness I've known proves that it's right. Because you're mine, I walk the line. You've got a way to keep me on your side. You give me cause for love that I can't hide. For you, I know I'd even try to turn the tide. Because you're mine, I walk the line. I keep a close watch on this heart of mine. I keep my eyes wide open all the time. I keep the ends out for the tide that finds. Because you're mine, I walk the line. Because you're mine, I walk the line. Good night. God bless you. I love you.
Family's going to take a few minutes and share with you some of their stories and their recollections. Just let them come up and take their place.
Good morning, everyone. Dad, life isn't the same without you and Mom. I still can't believe you both are really gone. Thank you both for the most amazing life that you gave Mike and I. We sure are loved and so are you. I miss our talks at family events. I miss you both. You, I miss you both so much, and always will. Not a day or night goes by that I'm not thinking of you too. I have so many wonderful pictures and memories of all of us together. Thank you. Thanks for teaching me everything you have to prepare me for the future. It's gonna be hard not having you both here anymore. I know wherever you are working on your cars and trucks. You sure took a lot of pride in them. I miss your famous apple pies. Those were so amazing, especially when there were champagne-sized pieces with ice cream on top. I miss doing with you in the wintertime. Thanks for being an amazing dad and for all the love and support you have given me throughout my life. I wouldn't be the woman I am now if it weren't for you. Love you and miss you so much.
Teresa told us she has a rule that you need a backup speaker. And I'm like, I don't need a backup speaker, but I might need a backup.
I will do that.
Thanks everyone for coming today. You probably all know this, but I'm Grace's son, Mike. My dad was born just before World War II ended. He was the second oldest of 9 kids who grew up on a wheat farm in Saskatchewan. He was athletic and he loved hockey. After high school, he became a carpenter and he started to migrate west this way. He met my mom Lorraine in Vancouver and they got married in 1977. Soon after, they had 2 kids. And they moved to Vancouver. So the coffee can, you're probably all wondering what's in the coffee can. The answer is no. It's not coffee. It's a very strange urn, for sure. But there are many reasons why we chose it. We thought it was the perfect urn for my dad. And it provides a nice vehicle for me to tell you a bit about it. First reason is the obvious one. He loved Tim Hortons coffee. He bought it by the cubic yard. The second is that for the last several years, going to Tim Hortons was really the main way that we spent time together. Sadly, I could keep track of how he aged by his need for smaller and smaller coffees. And there was a switch to artificial sweetener because his pancreas couldn't handle the good stuff. My dad built 2 basement suites for me and my family. One when he was 68 years old, when he was 73. He wouldn't let me pay him, of course, so I told him that he'd never pay for Tim Hortons coffee again. He'd still reach for his wallet when we got to the cashier, but my phone would out-tap him trying to dig out his cash. I discovered many things when we were forced to sell the family home last year, including well over 100 Tim Hortons coffee cans, just like this one. They were different vintages, some were metal, some were cardboard. I think his plan was to store things in all of them, like nails, washers, and drill bits, but the vast majority were empty. I got rid of them, but then when I had the idea for the coffee can urn, I shuddered when I realized I might have to buy a tin of coffee just for that purpose. Having to buy something that he threw away was, I'm not joking, one of my dad's greatest fears. So he'd be pleased that I found this one for him. Ray passed away on April 1st, which I think is really fitting because he had a great sense of humor and he liked yanking people's chains, you know. And I think he'd enjoy being razzed at his own funeral, so I'm going to do a bit of that here. Those who know how sensible I am with money can thank my dad for that endearing quality. I'll always regret not telling him how much funerals cost, because if I did, I'm almost positive he'd still pay it. I guess that's another reason why the coffee tin is so pretty. It's the price for it. An example of my dad's fiscal sensibility comes from a story my uncle Marcel told me. When they were young and going to the bar, Dad would sneak a Mickey past the bouncers, go straight to the bathroom, and hide it inside the toilet. Every so often, he'd go back to the toilet bar to take a swig so as to avoid the overpriced bar. My dad did a lot of projects with his friend Bernie. They worked together on fabricating or fixing something that required power tools, a welder, and a fair bit of ingenuity. It also required a fair bit of patience from me, as I remember being bored out of my mind. And of course, iPads. My dad never met an apple pie he didn't like, and because of his affection for them, he refined his own apple pie making game to perfection. The secret was tender flake crust, Mac apples, and indulgent quantities of sugar and cinnamon, as you can see on the card. I'm going to try and take over where he left off, but I know the pies will never be the same. My dad would only tell good stories, and when he had a good story that he really liked, he'd want to make sure that you didn't miss out on hearing it. Many times. There was the one about when he and a few friends from the prairies took a cheap dinghy down a raging river, and they were super lucky that it was only the dinghy that met their demise. Picture of it up front. Or the one about his uncle who thought his car was faster than my dad's Dodge Dart, but then who begged him to slow down from the passenger seat, going 130 miles. And he casually reminded us how he spent countless frozen mornings, again with a Mickey in hand, holding a garden hose, flooding a very large wreath for his family to enjoy, and for which I'll forever be grateful. Not only is Ray survived by his family who loves him, but also by a 1970 Dodge Dart Swinger, a 1977 Dodge Warlock pickup truck, and a 1992 Dodge Little Red Express. He loved these vehicles like they were his own kids. I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I got a little jealous. But I think the reason he held on to these vehicles so tightly was because they connected him to his youth, and also for the adrenaline rush that they would administer when driven appropriately, or rather inappropriately. He would tell me how much he hated it when people would stare at him, but I never did. My dad wasn't the kind of guy to sit down and have a conversation with his kids about what they wanted to do in life, their goals, or to pass on his knowledge or advice. But by osmosis, he taught me to bite off more than I could chew, to have unrealistic goals of what could be accomplished in a day, and that when a job really needed to get done, then he simply found a way to do it, no matter what. On the flip side, if a job didn't really need to get done right away, it could probably wait a year. He had limited ability to show it, but he really loved his grandkids. You guys, for the last several years, Grandpa was pretty tired. But when the two of you were really little and Grandma Champigny was alive, Grandpa would tickle and tease you all the time. You can see how he loved you both in the pictures that time. It's a shame we go through life taking the things and people around us for granted, and that funerals serve as a reminder not to. It turns out that seemingly mundane interactions like getting coffee at Tim Hortons are things that a person desperately needs. So please take a minute to appreciate the people in your lives, as one day you too may need to get coffee.
I'm afraid that my husband is a classic Corvette man, so it isn't the same category. I tried to have a conversation with him about your dad's cars, but Corvette people don't speak Dart language, I've discovered. So we have someone who's going to play a piano solo at this point in honor. Very well done, thank you. There's a saying that goes like this: the life that I have is all that I have, and the life that I have is yours. The love that I have of the life that I have is yours and yours and yours. A sleep I shall have, a rest I shall have, yet death will be but a pause. For the peace of my years in the long green grass will be yours and yours and yours. There is something to be said, I think, for a man who knows how to use his hands. And that's not to put down others who don't have a knack in the kitchen or the garden or the wood shop. It's only to say that those who have found a way to make wood into a home, or apples into a pie, or parts into a classic car, have found a way to share their love with their hands. Expressions of love do not always come from our words. They often come from our gestures, where we direct our attention, or the passions and the skills that we work hard at and then share with others throughout our life. And I suspect that this might describe some of who your father was, sharing his affection and care and love for each of you with his hands. In days gone by, we would perhaps not have noticed these things quite so much as you were saying when you were sharing. But we, I think, live in a rather sterile world these days. For all the advances that we have made, the ideas of creating with our hands and sharing of ourselves by gifting to others has kind of been lost in the noise of the universe. Your father's passions and his memories are a reminder of the simpler things in life that are valuable, as you were saying, coffee at Tim Hortons. But it also reminds us of what we really value: family and friends, a good strong cup of coffee, now that I know it's a double cup, a car engine that purrs like a kitten, a warm apple pie, as you were saying, with ice cream dripping on the edges. For all that the world might say that these things don't matter, we're here today because they do. And now, each time you roll up your sleeves to make pastry, or pop into the drive-thru at Tim's, or see a classic car roll by on the highway, you will remember him, and you will smile. And then he becomes alive again in your heart. Your traditions and those crazy stories to share with all of those who will come after you. The love that he had in the life that he had, he gave to you. We're going to listen to another song now called Just Breathe.
Yes, I understand every life must end. As we sit alone, I know someday we must go on. Oh, I'm a lucky man to count on both hands the ones I love. Some folks just have one, yeah, others they got none. Stay with me, yeah, let's just breathe. against all my sins, never gonna let me win. Oh, under everything, just another human being. Oh, yeah, I don't wanna hurt. There's so much in this world to make me believe. Stay with me, oh, Lord, I see. Did I say that I need you? Did I say that I want you? Or if I did, I'm a fool to see. No one knows this more than me. As I come clean, I wonder every day as I look upon your face. Oh, oh. Everything you gave and nothing you would take. Oh, nothing you would take. Everything you gave. Did I say that I need you? Oh, did I say that I want you? Oh, if I did, now I'm fool, you see. No one knows this more than me. And I come cleaner. Nothing you would take, everything you gave. Hold me till I die, meet you on the other side.
Well, I can say I've been doing this for a very long time, and this is the first time in my career that I will be blessing a Tim Hortons coffee can.
Great.
I'm going to write this one in my journal. Going to begin with some words to an old tune. The old hometown looks the same as I step down from the train. And there to meet me is my mama and my papa. And down the road I look and there runs Lorraine, hair of gold and lips like cherries. It's good to touch the green, green grass of home. Yes, they'll all come to meet me, arms reaching, smiling sweetly, as they lay me beneath the green, green grass of home. And in this moment of reflection, we express our gratitude for the life of Ray. His presence enriched our lives in countless ways. We are thankful for the memories and for the love that he shared. As we say our farewells, we are grateful for the lessons he taught us, the kindness he showed, and the indelible mark he left on our hearts. We thank the Creator for the gift of his life, which has forever changed ours. Yes, they'll all come to meet me, arms reaching and smiling sweetly, because it's good to touch the green, green grass of home.
Yes.
A few closing words. Just a reminder that once their service is complete here The family will be escorted, the most immediate family will be escorted out. Daryl will lead them out and then back to the tea room, which is just in the room behind us if you're not familiar with the building. And as I said earlier, I do believe there'll be apple pie. So you are invited to stay and for a time of more storytelling and of sharing with friends and family around the tables. A few words as we close. The most beautiful tear does not fall in sorrow, it falls in remembrance. It slips down your cheek in a quiet moment when laughter echoes from the past. When dreams once held close, still stir gently in your heart. And when the memory of a voice or a smile brings you warmth and an ache. It's a tear not born of pain, but of love so deep that it refuses to fade. It speaks of what once was, of what still lingers, and of a longing that still exists, only because something or someone mattered that much. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face to shine upon you and be gracious unto you. And may the Lord lift his countenance upon you and grant you his peace.
Love of mine, someday you will die, but I'll be close behind. Follow you into the dark, the winding light, the tunnels and gates of white, just our hands clasped so tight, waiting for the hint of a storm. If heaven and hell decide that they both are satisfied, illuminate the nose on their vacancy signs. If there's no one beside you when your soul embarks, then I'll follow you into the dark. The Catholic school, as vicious as Roman rule, I got my knuckles through by a lady in black. I held my tongue as she told me, son, fear is the heart of love. So I never went back. If heaven and hell decide that they both are satisfied, illuminate the nose on the vacancy sign. If there's no one beside you when your soul embarks, then I'll follow you into the dark. You and me have seen everything to see, from Bangkok to Calgary. The soles of your shoes all worn down. The time for sleep is now. There's nothing to cry about. So hold each other soon. The black is for blue.
Threw out so many of those cans.
With heaven and hell decide that they both are satisfied.